Welcome to Cookie95. We hope you enjoy your stay.
Hey guys, Cookie95 here. So, I just learned that the Completionist put Plants vs. Zombies 2 on his #1 spot for top 10 worst video game sequels. And apparently he made all the generic, uneducated takes too. So I need to watch this. I need to watch this and react with face cam on so you can see the genuine pain in my soul. Here we go.
Look, if you can't tell by this list already, you're seeing a trend here. The games that really get me fired up have two things in common. One, they monetize off of your nostalgia or respect for the franchise, with tons of over-the-top weird money-spending options that most often than not make no sense. And two, those games were produced and funded by EA. And if you can't tell already by this list, I hate when money gets in the way of a great game. It's one of the reasons why I don't talk about mobile games despite the mobile market being the big...
I think he's going to complain about microtransactions. I think it's going to be kind of fair, but I can already tell he's also setting up the EA thing, so I don't know.
It's ever been. But that doesn't mean I don't play them. And the game that was a huge, important part of my young adult life was Plants vs. Zombies. It was a simple strategy game that looked great and was easy to pick up and play. In fact, developer PopCap Games had a knack for making games like this. But then they were purchased by EA.
Oh boy, here we go.
You won't believe what happened next.
Oh no.
Plants vs. Zombies 2 was not supposed to be free to play. Well, not in the way that it turned out. Originally, the people behind Plants vs. Zombies 2 wanted to have plant food you could purchase to make a level easier, or DLC packs that give the player a bunch more levels. And honestly, that's not too bad. But right when this idea was presented, EA bought PopCap and lit the whole garden.
Wait, is he saying that... Is that worse? I mean, depends, actually. Does the level pack come with new plants? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being stupid right now, but it feels weird to rather have to pay money for new levels than for a single new plant. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know.
Instead, Plants vs. Zombies 2 has rentable plants where you can pay money to have
they're not
plants
rentable
for a short amount of time.
That's not even... You don't pay money to rent a plant! What is he talking about? That's not even true!
This is some dead-ass bullshit.
So first he was being actually quite educated-ish, and now he's just saying stuff that's flat out not true? This is even worse than I thought it was gonna be.
The game was built so that each zombie had a plant that was an easy answer for it, and now some of those plants were behind a paywall, temporarily, and then it's gone again. What really gets me mad about...
not how it works, dude. You complete fucking dumbass.
This is Plants vs. Zombies 2.
You pay $5 and get it forever. Yeah, it's pretty damn expensive, but it's not like renting it. Rent a plant is a different feature and it's free.
At its core, was a good game. You'll have fun playing it. But if you really want to experience the full...
Why is he showing clips of the old version? Is this guy trapped in an alternate timeline?
You're going to have to drop a lot of money. And EA could have done what they did with Star Wars Battlefront 2 and fixed this, but they won't. Plants vs. Zombies 1 was ported to every single...
I mean, that's kind of true. I mean, I still feel like to get the best possible experience, you do need to pay money, and it's worth it. But it's still kind of annoying.
Console and mobile device
but
known
you don't
to
need
mankind.
to, but
Plants
you
vs.
should.
Zombies 2 never left the mobile ecosystem. This game went from being a great casual puzzle-like experience to that game on your iPhone or Android where if you just look at your phone long enough, it's just going to take your money. Of course, EA would go on to make more games out of the Plants vs. Zombies franchise, but this was the end for me. PvZ2 took advantage of players, and in my mind, it still does. The whole brand has been tainted, and for me, I can't see it coming back to its full glory, especially since the Plants vs. Zombies 3 beta was received even worse. And as someone at the time...
Is he even gonna mention how that's like an old version of it that got retired? And replaced?
Who actually spent a fair amount of money. Someone who tried to give this game a fair and honest shake. I walked away still seething about this game whenever anyone brings up Plants vs. Zombies. Because of that, Plants vs. Zombies 2 is the worst video game sequel that I've ever played. So yeah.
That's it? Okay, I'm glad I put face cam on. I feel like my face was full of utter horror. God, that was even worse than I thought. He said stuff that's flat out not true. All of his B-roll is from ancient versions of the game when Power Pinch was still a thing. He doesn't even mention like yeah, annoying microtransactions can be annoying, but he's not even informed about them. That's the worst review of this game I've ever seen. And of course, he still had to blame EA for it, but it's more than that. He didn't even get into, any, I don't know, actual problems. That didn't even really feel like a review. That just felt like satire. Am I being trolled? Is this a joke? I'm genuinely starting to wonder if this was a troll. Okay. Oh my God. It's exactly like it's exactly like the what's it called again? It's exactly like the Eclipse comments. Plants vs Zombies 2 is a greedy, unbalanced game full of microtransactions. Thank God there's Eclipse. It's the new Eclipse. The devs may try to say that their mod is not the new Eclipse, and I don't mean that in terms of their mod being bad or them being like the guy who made Eclipse. I mean is in terms of its impact on the community. I feel that's fully true, but yeah. I don't even know what to say, man. That was just such a bad take. I mean, it could have been worse, but it was just lazy. It started off seeming like it was actually kind of well researched, and then it completely fell off into being misinformed and showing footage of the oldest versions of the game. He doesn't even actually get into the games and what it does right and wrong. It's just some lazy garbage. That's like the worst review of this game I've ever seen. I thought this guy was supposed to be some great big YouTuber. I used to watch him back in the day. Either this is an exception, or he's fallen pretty far. I don't know what else to say. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.